Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Soul Sync Living. Today, we're journeying into the hidden corners of ourselves, guided by the ancient wisdom of the Zodiac. We're not talking about fortune-telling. We're exploring the shadow side of each sign, those deep, often ignored emotions that hold the key to our greatest growth. Let's be clear, astrology isn't a crystal ball. Think of it as a powerful psychological map, a system of archetypes, much like Carl Jung described. These archetypes help us understand the patterns in our personalities and emotional responses. The 12 zodiac signs are simply symbolic frameworks for these universal human traits. Now, let's bring in a little neuroscience. Our shadow emotions, like that quick flash of anger or a deep-seated fear, aren't just random. They're often wired into our brains by past experiences, stress, and learned thought patterns. When we're stuck in these loops, our brain's emotional center, the limbic system, is on high alert. But here is the magic. The simple act of naming an emotion, saying, "I feel insecure right now," activates your prefrontal cortex. This is the logical part of your brain. It helps calm the emotional storm and gives you back control. Acknowledging your shadow is the first step to healing it. Every zodiac sign has its light and its shadow. It's about balance. Your so-called dark side isn't a flaw. It's a doorway to incredible self-awareness and emotional freedom. By understanding these shadows, we can learn to embrace our whole selves with more compassion. So let's begin our journey through the signs. First up, the fire signs. Aries, your shadow is often impulsive reactivity and a fear of being overlooked. When that fiery impatience bubbles up, it's often masking a deeper vulnerability. You fear your impact won't be felt. To heal, Aries, pause before you act. Practice mindful breathing to create space between a trigger and your reaction. Ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of in this moment? Channel that powerful energy into assertive action, not aggression. Leo, your shadow is a deep-seated fear of being ordinary or invisible, which can manifest as a need for constant validation. Underneath that radiant confidence, you might worry that if the spotlight fades, so will your worth. Your healing lies in finding self-worth from within, not from external applause. Start a gratitude journal focused on your own qualities. Celebrate your quiet achievements. True royalty doesn't need an audience to know its power. Sagittarius, your shadow is avoiding difficult emotions through constant distraction and a fear of being tied down. That endless quest for freedom can sometimes be a flight from your own inner world and deeper emotional commitments. To heal, practice stillness. Sit with discomfort instead of running from it. Grounding rituals like walking barefoot on the earth can help you feel safe and present. Your greatest adventure is the one that goes inward. Now for the earth signs. Taurus, your shadow is stubborn resistance to change and a fear of instability. Clinging to comfort can keep you stuck, mistaking possession for security. This often stems from a deep-seated fear of loss. Embrace gentle change, Taurus. Try a new route home or a new recipe. Somatic practices, like stretching, can help you release physical tension tied to emotional rigidity. True security is your ability to adapt. Virgo, your shadow is crippling self-criticism and a fear of imperfection. That drive for perfection is often a defense against the fear of being judged or deemed unworthy. You can be your own harshest critic. Your healing comes from self-compassion. When the inner critic speaks, counter it with a kind affirmation. I am enough, just as I am. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Your true gift is your helpful nature, not flawlessness. Capricorn, your shadow is emotional suppression and a fear of failure. You might believe that showing vulnerability is a weakness, leading you to bottle up feelings in your climb to the top. This can lead to loneliness and burnout. To heal, schedule time for rest and emotional check-ins, just as you would a business meeting. Journaling can be a safe space to unload your burdens without judgment. Your true strength lies in integrating your heart with your ambition. Next, the air signs. Gemini, your shadow is inconsistency and a fear of being trapped in one identity. Your adaptable nature can sometimes lead to a scattered mind and difficulty with emotional depth, flitting away when things get too heavy. Your healing path is integration. Mindfulness practices can help you quiet the mental chatter and connect with your core self. Try focusing on one task or one feeling at a time. True freedom is found in being fully present. Libra, your shadow is conflict avoidance and a fear of being disliked. In your quest for harmony, you might sacrifice your own needs and truths, leading to resentment and indecisiveness. The peace you create can be superficial. To heal, practice setting small, healthy boundaries. Learn to say no with kindness. Use affirmations like, "My needs are valid." True balance isn't about pleasing everyone. It's about honoring yourself and others equally. Aquarius, your shadow is emotional detachment and a fear of being just like everyone else. You might retreat into your intellect to avoid messy feelings, appearing aloof. This can stem from a fear that your emotions will overwhelm you. Your path is to connect your brilliant mind with your heart. Engage in activities that foster human connection. Volunteer for a cause you care about. Practice feeling your emotions in your body, not just analyzing them in your head. Finally, the water signs. Cancer, your shadow is emotional overwhelm and a fear of abandonment. Your deep empathy can cause you to absorb others' feelings, leaving you drained and clinging to what feels safe. To heal, create energetic boundaries. Visualize a shield of light around you. Inner child work can be profound for you, comforting the part of you that fears being left alone. Learn to nurture yourself as deeply as you nurture others. Scorpio, your shadow is suppressed intensity and a fear of betrayal. You hold your powerful emotions under tight control, fearing that your vulnerability will be used against you. This can lead to issues with trust and control. Your healing lies in safe, conscious release. Find healthy outlets for your intensity, like vigorous exercise or passionate creative projects. Practice trusting in small steps. Your depths is a gift, not a threat. And Pisces, your shadow is escapism and a fear of facing harsh reality. You might retreat into daydreams or unhealthy habits to avoid pain, blurring the lines between compassion and self-sacrifice. Grounding is your key to healing, Pisces. Practices like feeling your feet on the floor or holding a stone can pull you back to the present moment. Create art to process your deep emotions rather than drown in them. You can be both spiritual and grounded. Remember, this isn't about labeling yourself. It's about using these archetypes as a mirror for self-reflection. Your shadow is not something to be defeated. It's a part of you that needs to be understood, integrated, and loved. It holds the wisdom, resilience, and authenticity you've been searching for. Use this as a map to understand yourself and others with more grace. Every part of you is worthy. Thank you for joining this journey into the soul today. Continue to live in sync with your truest self. Until next time on Soul Sync Living.